Hello, Kirtana here, and in today's video, I'm extremely excited to talk to you about what does a remote systems integrator do. And rather than me just talking to you about it, I wanted to show you a simple clip, which is about a minute to 1 minute 30 seconds long, so you could kind of really understand this. So let's watch the clip together. Okay. I'm kind of being a magician right now. I'm basically hidden everything so you don't lose your attention. And I want to break this up piece by piece so you have no confusion. And yeah, like I can be a good teacher and you can be a good student and learn this. So what the hell does a remote systems integrator do? So part one is the owner or the visionary usually has a high ticket offer or a high ticket service. So a high ticket offer is anything in the range of $2,000 or above. Same with the service. It could be a course. It could be an agency who's offering services. So just to kind of give you context there. So before I kind of show you anything here, what is the first thing that a high ticket offer or service must have? It must have product market fit for me to help the business. So what does product market fit means? It means it must have an offer. And the offer is promising a transformation, and the offer is the vehicle, right? So the business must be able to, kind of fulfill the transformation that the business is promising, and using the vehicle, which is the offer here. So with that being said, if there is product market fit, let's see what are the areas I can help as an integrator for you to, jump to the next level with your business by systemization. Okay, so how McDonald's had pickles, mustard, ketchup, and all of the other ingredients, or we have 5 main ingredients that I do as an integrator. I'll show you one by one so you don't get too curious. Okay, so anyhow, so the first thing is marketing. So, okay, let me just show you all of it. The next thing is sales. The next thing is client fulfillment. The next thing is client retention and lifetime value. The last thing is miscellaneous. Okay, so what is marketing? What comes under marketing? So under marketing is everything you do as a business to bring in customers, to understand who your brand is, to know, like, and trust you, and really have the desire to purchase. So that's marketing. And sales is when somebody's going to get on a sales call with your agency, your business, your high ticket offer, and to see if it's going to really provide them transformation, and the close happens through a sales call. Okay, so then there's client fulfillment, there's client retention, and there's lifetime value. So let me delete this. So what is here? So what is connecting all of this? So here we have data tracking, which I will be implementing as an integrator across all of these different pillars, so that you know what your business is growing at and where are the bottlenecks that we can fix. So what is business? Business really is where you're transacting something for money. And if you're making more money, you're profitable, in simple terms. So it's a numbers game, right? And how do you get your numbers game? By having all of these aligned. If you don't have your marketing aligned with your sales, your customer fulfillment aligned with that, your client retention and lifetime value and other miscellaneous things, and if all of this is not data tracked, you don't have a successful business, or you don't have a systemized business. I'm not going to say successful. You don't have a systemized, streamlined, and automated business, and which could hinder the number of people you kind of offer and sell and, help out really. So let's go through marketing, and let's see what are these behind the curtain. So the first thing that I would help you in marketing, if you don't already have, is a sales funnel. So what does a sales funnel do? A sales funnel is essentially throwing gasoline, throwing gasoline on an existing fire. You probably already have sales, and now you're going to be using paid media to getting new customers. So a sales funnel is a very, very organized format of a website, where there's essentially a fixed path for anybody to traverse on the website. And yeah, so I'll have another video on each of these subtopics, but I just want to kind of show you what I do as an integrator. The next part is in the marketing side of it. marketing KPIs tracking. So what we'll do here is we'll really try to understand, hey, are you getting a 1 to 3% click-through rate? What is your sales funnel converting at? What is the bounce rate? What is the lead magnet converting at? What is the booked appointment to close percentage? So these are all the marketing KPIs, and I'm going to be measuring and seeing if each of these different milestones are hit, and if they're not, what is the problem? Like Dick McDonald, how he said, maybe we should reduce the cooking of the fries to 2 minutes. So I'm going to be like, okay, this is the problem. So let's fix this portion of it. So the next thing is lead journey. So lead journey essentially is, how has somebody come into your database? Is it through a YouTube video? Is it watching a specific ad? Is it reading a specific copy? Having that kind of data will really, really help you over time be able to determine patterns as to seeing which is your best performing assets and which is your not so best performing assets, and knowing your timeline as well. When does somebody take to become a lead? When does somebody take to become a booked appointment? When does somebody take to, become a customer? So all of these are different things that a lead journey will indicate, and which I will help you build out. Business KPIs. So business KPIs are how much money came in that day and how much money was spent, in a nutshell. But also it could go deeper, right? It could go deeper to say, we could go into the sale. Okay, that'll come under the sales side of it. I'll cover that in the sales side of it. And let's application form. Okay. So application form is when somebody's booking a call with you, you could not have any kind of friction. And you could have a lot of leads come through. But what happens when you have a lot of leads come through? You probably will have a quality issue. The way to kind of fix that is to basically adjust the friction a little through an application form. So what happens is you're filtering the audience and leads right then and there to see only those who have the budget, the need, and require your solution in the required time frame are going to be booking your calls. So it's important to have an application form, which I'll help you build out if you don't already have it. If you haven't yet subscribed to my channel, go ahead, subscribe to my channel, hit the bell notification because I'm quite fun, and comment and ask me any questions that you have. So let's dive in. Next part is case studies. Are you collecting case studies? Because social proof is essential, and you collecting it regularly and uploading it to each of your different channels is just as essential. And if there's no system around it, there's a problem, right? So appointment setter. Appointment setter is somebody who gets on a call with your leads to verify and qualify them to see if they have the budget, need, time frame, and they know who you are. So they're basically going to understand and save the time of your closer. Closer is the person who closes the sale, the salesperson, and not waste the time. It's like a sous chef and a head chef. So appointment setter is your sous chef, and your head chef is the closer. So the next part is tracking dashboards. So this is a simple way of tabulating data, so it's very easy for you to see and understand, to see which, it could be anything. It could be how your sales team is performing, how your marketing channels is performing, how your business has been performing. So it's having essential metrics in front of your eyes in the form of dashboards. So it's automated, and it really helps you make the right decisions in your business. The next thing is email nurturing. So I don't know if you noticed here, I've kind of put these really close and I've kind of separated the rest out because marketing and sales are like Siamese twins, and treating them that way is really going to help you. So marketing is everything that happens before somebody jumps on a sales call with your team member or your salesperson. So email nurturing is an automation that I would set up in your business so that there is enough case studies, social proof, and things like that, which is automated before somebody jumps on a call with your salesperson. So that way they know, okay, so there are so many other people who have the same problem, and this is where they are now because of this offer and this business. So that's email nurturing. And then we have automation. So we use automation for a big chunk of it. We would use automation for the business KPIs. So it could kind of be sent to Slack every single day, and you would know how your business is doing. And automation could be added across different things. Email nurturing is automated. The next thing is email blast. Email blast, which is slightly different from email nurturing, because email blast is something that you send out then and there. So say we collect a new case study, that is kind of blasted out to your entire list to kind of showcase, hey, you know, this was a recent win. And if you're not a client yet, why don't you book a call with us? So that's an email blast, and retargeting advertising is the last one. So this is everything that I'll help you build out under the marketing side. And if you do have questions with any of this, comment below so I can answer it for you. And let's look at sales next. Sales SOPs. So what is part of a sales SOP? So sales SOPs include objection handlers, handler scripts. They include any sales script that you might have which is done really well. It could also include a sale. I think I have written sales bank here. Okay, so sales call bank is very important for you to record all of your sales calls and put it in one place, because if you were to bring in new salespeople, they already have a treasure chest to dig into and start listening to your different calls, especially the best ones. So they understand that, okay, so this is what I'm supposed to be doing. And the next thing is sales CRM. So it's very important for you to use a CRM. And the reason it's important to use a CRM is because everything is on one platform. And if you had multiple people kind of manage the pipeline, it wouldn't disrupt anything, right? So if I took the sales call and I put in call notes, and say somebody else called Adam takes the second call, it's easy for Adam to go through the sales call notes and just be like, hey, you already spoke to my team member Kirtana, and I just wanted to touch base on this day because this is what you mentioned. So having a sales CRM is crucial. And what really happens in the CRM I would prescribe you is you can also have the lead journey within each lead. So every time your salesperson sees any particular client, they'll know, okay, they've showed up for the call, they haven't showed up for the call, they've booked a call, they haven't booked a call. So the lead journey is pretty clear there. And what is the full form of CRM? It's customer relationship management. And what I would definitely recommend as a sales CRM is Close.io. And in future videos, I'm going to kind of talk to you about Close.io and how you can use it efficiently in your business. So in addition to that, you see how I've put data tracking here? Because just having all of this but not measuring it consistently is not going to help you make the right decisions. It could be going up one day, it could be going down one day. And if you don't stop when something's going down and address the problem, you could crash very quickly. And if something's going up really well, if you just understand what's doing well, you could double down on that. So having tracking for marketing, having tracking for sales, having tracking for each of these main ingredients is really, really important. Okay, so that's sales tracking, then automation. So automation here could be, automation here could be you having simple forms that your sales team must fill out, which could be a deal closed form. So you understand a little bit more about who the person they just closed is. Call notes. So after each call, they have call notes. So if somebody else were to kind of take the call, they can continue correctly. End of day report to just understand what their mind state was, how many calls did they do, how many closes. And all of this is automated again to Slack. So you could see it in your sales channel. Okay, so these are my 3 salespeople. These are the number of calls they got into. And this was the continuous objection. And what happens with this is you're going to collect a lot of data, and this data can be mined again. So say there's a cool objection that comes up, it can kind of be added to your SOP. You see how this is systemizing it? And the next part is appointment setter. I've kind of put it here as well because it's part of sales. And tracking dashboards, very similar to that. Here we're going to be talking about sales dashboards. So that's really it with sales. And also we go deeper. We go deeper to understand in the tracking side of it, what is the show up rate like? What is the show up rate? What is the dollar per close? What is the money collected? So you understand who are the top performing salespeople. And in another video, I'm going to talk to you about the sales metrics that are really important. But this is something that I just wanted to show you in a bird's eye view of sorts, like a 50,000 view. The next thing is client fulfillment. So if you do these two, and okay, let's use a weight loss as an example. Say you're helping people lose 10 pounds in 1 month or 2 weeks, or sorry, 2 months in 60 days. So you bring in people, and if people don't lose their weight, you're not fulfilling on your promise, and your business is not going to work, which means there's no product market fit. But if you could kind of systemize this to the extent of the way McDonald's did it, then you could bring in a lot more people, and it's just a simple assembly line that they must go through. So each of this is in order. Okay, so under client fulfillment, what do we have? We have onboarding. How can we kind of streamline this so that it's easy for new people to come on board, and your salespeople are not really spending time onboarding the client or sending them documents and agreements, but really just closing them, collecting the money, and it could move on to the next person. SOPs, standard operating procedures. How do they do it so that whether I bring Adam, Eve, Jacob, whoever brings in and comes in, it's the same result because you have SOPs in place, right? And that is what is going to help you hire VAs and a global talent to kind of keep your costs low but your profits higher. And I'm going to help you set up all of this. Automation. Automation, again, to onboard. There are going to be a few steps for you to automate within the onboarding site, so it could be more streamlined. So that's really it about client fulfillment, and also there's going to be a part of it which is customer success management, and also they could also be case studies and testimonials right here as well. So the next thing is client retention. So when do you make more money as a business? You make more money when you bring in more customers, when you retain your customers for longer, and you make them basically buy more from you. So increasing, the upsells, the cross sells, things like that. So client retention is really about monitoring how the onboarding experience was. Do they have any complaints? Is it easy for your customers to reach the business owners or the back end of the team when they get stuck? And really having an overall experience there. And lifetime value is where you basically keep the ear to the wall, and you're listening, and you're like, okay, you know what, my customers are doing really well here, but I see a lot of need for something else. And maybe that is something I should build out so that I could give it to them. So again, we're talking about weight loss here. So maybe a recurring pattern that you see is, keeping the weight off, and that's something they're struggling with. So maybe you could have a program for not just weight loss, but weight management as well. So that could increase the client retention and the lifetime value. Tracking again to see if there are things you could track and improve, like the show up rate, how many times are they coming into the class? If you have coaching calls, how many times are they coming into the coaching calls? Essentially tracking simple, important metrics to be able to draw patterns from it. And, I forgot to add one big piece here. Okay, this is not getting deleted. Okay. So one big piece here is a referral system. So if this is good and people are happy, you could also have a referral system here so that you could get in more customers without spending any more money. And that would really help your business. So the last part is miscellaneous. What else will I help you in your online business as a remote systems integrator? I could help you in anything else that you might need. My job is to, basically either find somebody to do it for you or figure out a simple system to do it for you. And what comes under this? Just examples here. PR and a new group offer that you want to test out, for example. So anything else comes under miscellaneous. And what are going to be my overarching guiding principles for each of this? My overarching guiding principles for all of these pillars for the business, or if it's going to save more time and make the business more efficient. If it does not go through the filtration of, does it make more time? Does it save money? Does it make more money? Does it save more time? Then it's a step that we're going to put away. So as an integrator, my job is to systemize, streamline, automate, and make everything an efficient assembly line like the McDonald's system. I hope you enjoyed this video and you learned a lot. I'm sorry if I dove right in and too deep. And if you're staying here till the end, I would definitely also recommend you to go check out my website where I'm giving away this amazing video where I talk about the 14 bottlenecks that are holding your business back. So thank you very much, and stay tuned. So I'm going to be putting out more videos for each of this so you understand this better. Have a great day. Thank you.